Trump, of course, back in the White House. How does Trump being in the White House change the balance of global power, especially when it comes to countries like Russia and China, the adversarial states? Does having Trump back in the White House make America stronger?
Definitely, it will make America stronger because for the first time in the recent years, America has faced a lot of the challenges, and it seems like from period to period, it shows that it is still globally has kind of very important impact. So many problems in the Middle East, in Europe, around the world. I think America has to do something positively on it before coming to the White House in a day. He succeeded already to make a good deal between Hamas and Israel to stop the war for a while and to have some kind of peace. Hopefully will come in the future. Again, he said he will be capable and strong enough to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine. And I think he is in a communication with his team that very soon I think he will meet and discuss this point with President Putin. I assume that his capability as a leader and man of word, mostly all what he promised his citizens in the first time and even in the second time to be in power, I think he is capable. Even there is so many difficulties will face him to apply all what he promised, but I think with his power as second time in service in-house, he will make really America again, and most importantly, not only America again, but the world is more safe and confident. Yes.
And Dr. Al-Khatib, we mentioned earlier in the program some reports from news outlets saying that perhaps Trump's protectionist America First policies create opportunities for China to deepen its ties with nations in Latin America, for instance. Do you think that's a possibility?
That's possible. Yes, that's possible. And but these countries have to also they realize that China is not a nonprofit organization. It's not a humanitarian entity, actually, and it might do to them what it did to Africa, and where it ties them down with debt. So any power is looking out for its interest, and the Chinese are looking out for their interests. But yes, they have been deepening their ties with Latin America, and they are upset, these countries, Latin American countries, Central American countries, with the idea of clamping down on illegal immigration in the U.S. So while the relationship defined with the U.S. by this immigration issue, which aggravates them, then there is getting closer to China at the same time. But they need the U.S. more than the U.S. needs them, actually. And the U.S. can't just have open borders. I mean, the American people don't want that. And especially with deporting the convicted criminals, there are people who are committed crimes, and by law, they have to be removed from the country. I mean, it's not, Trump did not invent that. The law is that certain crimes result in somebody being removable from the country, and that they have to be removed. And the issue is to put more manpower into enforcing this law to make the country safer. And this is actually very popular in the U.S., removing the criminal convicted immigrants.